Hello, guys. It's me again, Aswat, and I want to touch about cuckoldry in this podcast because a few months ago, I did a video on the relationship dynamic between Bobby Lee, Kalela, and Brandon Shaw because they had that kind of drama, and since then, Bobby Lee and Kalela has broken up, but they still live with each other, and more information about their life is now out in the open. So they openly admit that they are in a cuckold relationship. Um, I've gone through so many videos in from the past and current. Like at first, Kalela would say that it's Bobby's idea. She likes to be cuckold. His fetish to be cuckold. And then more and more, she will talk about it herself that she wants to cuckold Bobby Lee, and she openly, talk about like, it's a consensual thing. In the end, she revealed that she has always wanted to sleep with other men, and they even flirted with the story that, before the drama with Brandon Shaw came up, she she has an attraction to him, but she claims she never acted on it. So it's very interesting to hear their news and stories about them, and they openly share about it, talk about it, and 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 I know that this thing is a fetish of Bobby Lee also. So they are not, they are both to blame. They are both to blame. Bobby and Kalela are both into this kind of relationship, but I think the purpose of this video is to mention about the things that Bobby didn't know and should have known, but I think many people doesn't know about cuckoldry. Okay, okay. So let's go into the dark side that people doesn't know. So I will admit, during the doing the research for this, there are couples who enjoy the cuckold lifestyle, and it's consensual. They really enjoy it. Especially the men. The men love to being cuckold. When I interview or do a research, the most of the thing that this thing can be openly said and openly talked about is because the man says they are okay with it. Actually, they are aroused by it, and this is also collaborated by the woman in their life because sometimes the woman actually wanted it, and they are both into it. So this is kind of like, I want to start off with saying this is not going to be a attack, but more to understanding about what is cuckoldry, and also about the deeper psychoanalysis, why that some people doesn't know, a lot of people doesn't know actually. So it's not just the sexual matters. Of course it comes out in a sexual topic, but on a deeper level is more than that. It's more than just sex. Okay? So what I found out is, let's start with the sex thing. The sex thing is, the man enjoys the wife having other men. So the woman, the partner is also aroused that they are cheating on the man. If this not found out, she loves it. She loves the lifestyle. She loves the dynamic. If it found out and they are both consensual, then they could have a relationship based on that, right? So it's basically just started off like that. Started off like a sexual fetish topic, you know. And the dark side of it is the psychological impact long term, and also the psychological reasoning why this happened. So the psychological impact is what happened to Bobby is like he lost, because it's not like chicken and egg kind of thing. Their relationship is, Kalela would say, Bobby, stop having sex with me. Bobby, stop wanting to touch me. and she needed another man. And um, Bobby, now there is it's always said that, oh, because of his inability to satisfy her, she started to cheat on him. And then when she found out that he enjoys it, then they openly get into it together. All right, but subconsciously, after she started to sleep with other people and started to having a partner, extramarital partner, he really lost desire for her. At first, when I made the Brandon Shop movie, Brandon Shop video, it was, I thought it was like that. It was like the whole drama caused him to have very little desire for her, but it was actually rooted in the her cheating on him, even though it became consensual, but internally he could not accept it. So it became as the relationship went on and on. And she openly reveals that every week she would go to Hawaii where her lover is. She would have relationship with him every week to Hawaii, and they live in Los Angeles. You know, so there is a serious relationship that you have to go like. And Bobby Lee will felt, you know, humiliated, and you know what do you call it, emasculated. No, yeah, demasculinated, something like that. He doesn't feel like a masculine man anymore, and he resorted to drugs. He's very famous. I know. He resorted to drugs. He resorted to drinking. He resorted to just going crazy. I know people say, oh, before this he was also a drug user. He was also but their relationship works in the dynamic that Kalela, people like her who have this kind of fetish will find people who have issues. They will get close to someone when they find that, okay, these people do have issues with alcohol or drug. It is easier for them to be manipulated. Now you might say, hey, I saw, why are you blaming her? I'm not blaming. I'm coming to the dark side of this kind of relationship fetish, because it's not just sexually cheating on somebody. What I'm moving into is what cheating means to them, to her. It means it's a part of an humiliation, a deeper part of humiliating Bobby. You know, it's not just sexual, but everything else. To humiliate, to demasculate, to make somebody feel less masculine. Then, you know, the story gets revealed more and more that she's not just, it's not just humiliate. Cheating means humiliating your partner. You know, that's the meaning of cheating. You humiliate, you don't respect your partner anymore. You want to cheat him, fuck some other man behind him or her. That's what cheating means. In a deeper level, it's humiliating your partner. Okay, what is more deeper, if you go deeper into it, it's not just humiliation, it's just the overall destruction of your partner. And sometimes these people, they don't even understand why they are doing this. So humiliation and degrading your partner means cheating is that, but also other part like humiliating him in public, or in this matter, Kalela openly sometimes humiliates him during the podcast, talking about her lust for other men. Like I say, I'm not condemning it. This is her natural desire. But a lot of couple doesn't understand that degradation not just in terms of sexual, humiliation not just in terms of sexual, but overall mental humiliation. You know, in public. You know, making your partner feels down or bad, and she openly doing it because she enjoys it. She enjoys it. And like I said, I'm just going through the psychological part of it. I'm not blaming these people. What I'm saying is these people have a condition. Okay. They want to humiliate or to degrade their partner, to destroy their partner in a very subconscious way. They don't openly want to kill them, but they love watching these people go being degraded. Now I'm talking about both sides, and Kalela openly talks about her cuckoldry relationship with Bobby Lee openly in the podcast. This is not like speculative or whatnot. Okay? So this is something that she openly tells them, but I don't think subconsciously she understands why she's doing that. So if you go into the origins of cuckoldry, why does it happen in people? So it happens because there is some sort of trauma or abuse that happened to victims when they were children. Abuse meaning not just only physical but emotional. You know, they see their parents or some sort of authority figure, family figure, taunting them, abusing them. So they develop a hatred for that particular sex, particular person. So it's like if the person who abused the Kalela, for example, she openly talks about her uncle, her family. They are rough people. They are in prison. They come from that kind of community, you know, where the men are treat women badly in Philippines. And her uncle, she brought him up a few times. That is a bit perverted kind of thing. So when that thing happened to her, she developed a hatred for him. Hatred not just for him, but for other men, for men like this. So they don't openly go out to the in public and trying to kill people. That's not the way they hatred. It's a very subconsciously, very low key kind of destroying the man in their life. So when she needs just one. She just need one person to humiliate, one person to degrade. So she would go and get like somebody like Bobby Lee. She get approached to him. He's like a fat guy. He has low self-esteem. I'm not making this up about the low self-esteem. He openly tells you throughout his podcast and history that he openly have low self-esteem and whatnot. So Kalela came into relationship knowing all this about him. He's fat, she's hot. So she knows that he has low self-esteem. She manipulate that his needs for her and uses his low self-esteem. She knows that he will not run away. He will be locked with her for good. So and then she's very open, she's very sexual, she's very hot. She knows the guy Bobby Lee will not leave her. So when he has a low self-esteem, she can easily manipulate him. And then she slowly, and then I'm not just making this up, I'm not speculative. It has been said throughout many videos on their relationship that she slowly manipulated him into liking the cuckold lifestyle. And he thought to the point that he thought he wanted it also. As they will talk about, Kalela will openly talk to tell the podcast, tell the viewers that Bobby Lee get sexual arousal when I cheat on him, when I fuck as a man. She openly tell that, and Bobby Lee, you can see on her face, he's very disturbed. He's very it's hard for him, difficult for him, but he cannot do anything because mentally she has prepared him, set him up to accept her lifestyle, her desire to fuck as a man, and she openly tells him that she loves fucking as a man. You can see in the early part relationship, he would say, I don't want to be in this kind of relationship. Now the biggest reveal that when you continue going deeper into the relationship, She has a cuckold relationship with a previous boyfriend. So Bobby Lee could say, I don't want to get involved with that, because he knows already. He went when Kalela previous relationship, she had relationship with two men, and she talks about it in detail, that how she has a boyfriend, and then she has a guy. She bring another guy into that relationship, and they both live together, three of them, openly. And the dynamic of it is like he knows beforehand that she has cuckold other people. She is into cuckold relationship, and there's a video that she tells him. He told her that I don't want to be in that kind of relationship. She told her that I know you used to be in this kind of cuckold relationship. They openly discuss on air, and I don't want to be in that kind of relationship. I know you want, but I don't want to be. So this is in the early part relationship. He openly tells her that, but she was manipulative. She has a very strong hold on him, even though he did not want it. He told everybody in the world he does not want to be in a cuckold relationship, but he coerced her. She made it so that he would be into it. That you can go, and you don't have to believe me. Just do your own research. This is the dark side. I don't think, like you might hear, like I'm blaming Kalela, right? I'm not. I'm just talking about the psychological reasoning and the psychological impact. I don't think she has the intent to hurt Bobby. No, consciously, I believe her when she said, I don't want to hurt Bobby. But subconsciously, she has pleasure when Bobby is humiliated, degraded. This is like a BDSM kind of relationship. BDSM relationship, it's not like the couple doesn't love each other. They are couples who love each other, but they are into BDSM. But when they put pain on the other person, they feel pleasure. That's BDSM. Same as Cuckoldry, like it's her conscious intent. She doesn't want to hurt Bobby. She loves Bobby. They are together for a long time, but their relationship is, she gets pleasure when she cheats on Bobby. She gets pleasure when she cheats on Bobby. She gets pleasure when Bobby is messed up. She gets pleasure when she looks at Bobby being messed up like that. But consciously, she doesn't know what she's doing. Consciously, she said she loved the man. She loved Bobby Lee. That's real in a lot of cuckoldry relationship. All like that. They might not, and they pretend to be like the nurse. She would be nursing back to health. She would take him to the hospital. She would take him to the what do you call that, to help him with his addiction to drug, and she would be like the nurse. But when he's okay, when he's back to okay, she will hurt him again. Subconsciously, she doesn't understand it, but when he's well, she will push him again back to the depression state, so that he will get back into the drugs. She doesn't know why she does it, but she gets pleasure when she sees suffering. That's why I mean the darker side that a lot of people doesn't know why people why are you mean. I think one of the Joe Rogan had this discussion. I mean, Joe Rogan is a wise guy. He's been around the block. He used to be poor also. He's used to be in a lot of relationship. And he got Bobby Lee in a discussion about getting hot women, but who are not mean. He said very clearly, this is Joe Rogan said to Bobby, get a relationship where you can get the hot girl, but she's not mean. She's not cruel. Don't get into a relationship where she's hot, but she's cruel. That's the problem that has happened to these people, because she is cruel to Bobby, and he knows it. He knows this type of people. I also know. Oh my god, we never got into the discussion like this, but my mentor told me about this kind of relationship, that I'm not ready for this. You know, you are not mentally ready for this kind of relationship, because I met a lot of girls when I was working in KL, and I was thinking like this or that, but my mentor never goes into this issue in detail. So I learned on myself doing the research for this video about Kalela and Billy, and on this guy, and talking about how their cuckoldry relationship dynamic works, and the origin of it is very sad. It's very sad. So because she's mean to him, she doesn't understand it, but it gives her pleasure. Her intent, consensual. I mean, consciously, she's honest about that. She doesn't intend to hurt him, but her action, in a subconscious level, did hurt him, did mess him up. You know. Okay, now to the men. Anybody who encounter this kind of dynamic, they might not know it. They might not know the extent. They thought it would be just sexual degradation and humiliation. It can go a lot more worse. You know, they just want their partner to be destroyed, to be degraded and humiliated. And I'm going to go further. It's not just restricted to the man or the partner. It will pass down to their men, to the children, to the boys. They will degrade their boys also. Yes, they will humiliate the boys. She will, even though they will be like, the conscious intent is not to be mean. Their conscious intent is to always be a good person to their partner, but subconsciously they will do actions to hurt the husband or partner, and then to hurt the children, the boys, her own child. She will not do it when they are growing up. She will not, because for her, she's still those guys, those babies, those boys are still babies. You know, they are not men. But the moment they reach manhood, she will hurt the man. That's why you can see in some relationship, when the boys want to get married, she will sabotage their marriage, her son marriage, or become like the bad mother-in-law. She will hurt the marriage, just to cause the marriage chaos, even to the point of divorce, so that the men suffer, the son suffer. They will go towards that extent. This is the dark side that a lot of people who goes into Kako lifestyle doesn't get it. And then I'm saying a lot of people are into this. I've met a lot of people, not just Westerners, but Malaysians, Muslims even, who are conservative, but they are into this kind of lifestyle. They love when their wife is fucking around openly. So it exists. It exists. But they only understand up to the sexual level, never to the psychological damage that they will happen to them and their sons if they are involved with women like this. You know, I'm not here to blame. Like I said, I know it sounds very mean. It sounds like they are doing evil. I also know this is kind of psychological hurt or damage that has happened to them, and it's hurting them. It's also hurting, their family. In the long term, she should get help. Macam if human like this, they should get psychological help, psychological assistance to stop hurting the man in their life. Subconsciously they are hurting, even though consciously they say I'm not hurting. This is my, after I did my research, and you can do your own research about this dynamic. because Kalela and our friend here has gone through it, openly discuss this in their podcast. It's very, very interesting, very fascinating. And this is my video on the matter. Thank you for your time. I'll go deeper into this kind of adult topic because I think I learned a lot for myself, and hopefully this is something beneficial to you. Thank you.